So on the podcast, we talk a lot about bids for connections or requests for connections. And those things sometimes look like, hey, check out that cool car, or look at this little plant, or whatever. Those bid for connections and how you choose to respond to those bid for connections actually determine how your relationship goes. And there's been studies done by the Gottman Institute about all of this. And if you have somebody that turns towards each other every time there is a request for connection, or 80% of the time, you're going to have a successful relationship. People who turn away or turn against don't do so well. It's important, especially in this day and age where people are so disconnected from each other, that when somebody reaches for a bid for a connection, that you actually oblige them and be invested in what's going on. I'm bringing this up because Peaches and I work together, we live together, we are always together. Very rarely do we actually have more than a couple hours where we're not with each other. It's amazing. But we don't turn away bids for connection. And today, she was like, I'm the type of woman who would absolutely rock an overlanding vehicle that matches your overlanding vehicle. And it was kind of a joke because we were watching an overlanding video and the dude's garage had his and hers Jeeps in it. And we had probably a 35-minute conversation about all that. And then she left to go pick the kids up from school. And I spent the entire time that she was gone looking at possible trucks for her so that we can build her out an overland rig. And we had a lot of conversations afterwards about how she's a passenger princess and she's probably not going to want to drive her own vehicle. And we should probably do some overlanding first and get it under her belt to make sure that it's something that she wants to do. But the point of all of this is she made a very small bid for a connection earlier, and I obliged. And it's given us new conversation about things that we otherwise would not talk about all day long. It's very easy to get caught in the routine of things. You go to work, how was work? Work was work. You come home, how was the house? The house was the house. The kids are the kids. The dogs are the dogs. And you're living in that recycled existence. It's Groundhog Day. Every day is the same. You don't have new things to talk about because you've already had the conversations. Well, you do have new things to talk about. You just have to find things to talk about. You need to find new things to engage with your person and to have a successful relationship, and stop turning away when people put in a bid for connection or a request for a connection. I know that this is kind of all over the place, and I hope this makes sense to you guys, but I hear a lot of people try to talk to their person. I see people try to talk to their person, and I've watched people just not care. They're too busy scrolling their phone, they're looking at emails, they're playing on their computer, they're playing video games, and one person feels defeated. They feel like the person's not giving them any attention, that they don't fucking matter more than whatever the distraction is, and it is a quick recipe for disaster. Just a thought.